What's this?
Just like Dracott, the mine is in a state of ruin. Carefully stacked ore chests and barrels have been broken open and plundered. Shovels and pickaxes lie scattered on the ground.
Out of the way.
Sounds like a plan. That way?
You.
Yes, General. Me. I have to hand it to you. For a gravel eater, you're fucking tenacious.
Gravel eater? Gravel eater? Why do you keep calling us that?
Because that's what you and these beardless surface dwellers really are. Gravel. Brittle stone that couldn't withstand a child's fist.
Says the man who fled the battlefield to hide in a mine.
Oh, I didn't flee. You're right where I want you.
All right, we want answers. What's the meaning of this? Why are you attacking your own kind? And who in blazes is Arrakis?
So you've heard. Fine, I'll tell you. Arrakis, he is the one who will restore our kingdom to its former glory.
Restore? Windholm is better off than it has been in centuries.
Materially, maybe. Not as a people. We've become weak. Dwarves who live in the sunlight, who mingle with surface folk and defile our blood. Men who don't know which end of an axe to hold. If things don't change, our people will soon be no more than a bunch of degenerates living under the thumbs of their wenches and human masters. An empire of weaklings. Of gravel eaters. Arrakis reminded us of what we once were. The Granite Sons. Men like stone. Powerful, impregnable, everlasting.
Whoever Arrakis is, King Rorik's son is the rightful heir to the throne. What did you do to him?
Oh, don't worry. We didn't kill him. He's a sissy who likes to surround himself with gravel eaters such as yourself. But he still has royal blood in him. Suffice it to say that he's currently undergoing a bit of re-education.
There must be a diplomatic solution for this. Why didn't you negotiate?
Why didn't we let your wench queen lull us into another web of lies? You humans say one thing but mean another. There can be no diplomacy with your kind.
But how does Moonsilver fit into all this? That is why you're here, isn't it? The same reason why you raided our caravan.
You learn fast, Gravel Eater. Aye. This is about the Moonsilver. For a monument, to be more precise. A symbol of this new era. But enough talking. Let's finish what we started last time.
What in the blazes?
Move! Really?
You know it.
On then. So it must be.
Throwing your rifle away. Where are we going?
Consider it done.
Now, charge!
All right, here goes nothing.
I could use some healing.
Try to keep up. Sure. They are fools to challenge us.
Now, Move!
Just give the word.
What's the latest?
So, what's the plan?
Keep it up. Move in.
Oh, you'll regret that.
You got it.
Yes.
Oh, you're getting a good return on your investment.
Oh, you'll regret that. What? Well fought, human.
Boy, Nihar. Rugram. What's the meaning of this?
Oh, well, here he comes.
You know this man?
That's my brother, goddammit. Rugram, what in blazes is the meaning of this?
Get away from me. You're a gravel eater just like them. Or did you think I forgot about that elf you mingled with?
What?
This man is the leader of the Windholm Dwarves, Haratir. He led the attack on your town.
What? But...
Gravel no longer. We are of granite, human. Mark my words. We'll take back what's ours.
A teleport rune. Never gets old.
I don't know what to say.
You had no idea your brother was behind this?
No. He wasn't even in the bastion. I mean, we didn't speak for a while, but this? I had no idea.
Well, it's over. Dracott is free.
Aye. But at what cost? Did you at least get the information you came here for? Why are they doing this?
It's a long story.
This is madness. This is just madness.
Will you be able to defend Dracott in case the Windholmers send reinforcements?
Aye, with your troops, we should. Also, I don't think I'll come back. They've plundered our entire Moon Silver stash. Dracott is ruined. But at least we're safe now.
How do you feel about all this? Arrakis, the Sons of Granite, the Gravel Eaters?
What do you think? It's terrible. I can't believe our people would fall for a hate-monger like this. But give me some time to gather my thoughts first. All this, it's a lot to take in.
What is it? Well, I don't think there's much more the Wolfguard can do. Dracott is free and we got the information we wanted. Unless we can assist you with anything else, we should prepare for our journey back to Greyfell now.
We'll manage. Safe travels, General. And thank you. I wish things would have turned out differently, but you saved the town. And that's what matters.
All right, let's go back up and prepare for the journey home.
Yeah. Though we might want to free those prisoners back in the town first.
This way.
Yes. Sure.
Try to keep up.
The stretch of land between the border of Hallett and the rugged mountain home of the dwarves is known as the Windwall Outskirts. The mining towns in this region serve as vital trading hubs, with traders coming from
You're free to go, but first, I have some questions. How did you end up as prisoners here?
Well, after we escaped, we kept on the move. We feared the Crown would come after us. Eventually, we found ourselves here. The townspeople were kind enough to take us in. Then those other dwarves showed up. We thought it was Leonon all over again.
What happened in Leonon? How did you escape?
It was a nightmare. One minute the soldiers were liberating us from those elves. The next they were torching our homes, cutting people down. We found an opening in the village wall and ran into the woods, never looked back.
I'm looking for information about a woman named Jerfina.
Jerfina?
You know her?
Yes, of course. She's the reason we're alive.
Did you meet her in the village?
Yeah, she'd come around now and then, tend to any sick and injured. Poor girl. She shouldn't have stayed.
What happened to her?
I don't know, I'm sorry. She realized before anyone else that the soldiers weren't there to save us. She convinced us to run. Blazes, we would have been too worried about our belongings if not for her.
She didn't go with you?
No, she stayed behind to help others escape. If you find Daniel, you could ask him. He's the last one who saw her.
Is he another survivor?
Yes. Bloodburn took his mother. Soldiers took the rest of his family.
He's not here?
He ran off when the Windhomers started rounding everyone up. He's a smart lad. Probably hid somewhere to avoid capture.
Okay. I'll find him. Farewell.
Wait, Wolfguard. I don't know why you care about Jerfina, but you should know she was a good person. Kind. But even if she did manage to escape, she wouldn't have had long. She had the early symptoms of the blood burn.
I see. Thank you for telling me. I'm looking for information.
Jerfina?
You know her?
Yes, of course. She's the reason we're alive.
What happened to her? She didn't go with you?
No, she stayed behind to help others escape.
He's not here?
He ran off when the...
Okay.
Wait, Wolfguard.
I see. Thank you for telling me. That's all for now. Stay safe. I'm listening.
Where to?
Interesting. What do we have here?
That storage looks like it would be a good hiding place.
Yes. Let's take a look. Locked. Daniel? Are you in there?
Who are you? How do you know my name?
I'm General Aref. The Windholm dwarves have been dealt with. It's safe to come out now.
Royals? Voices? Okay, I'll unlock the door. I can't remember how long I was in there. So, you're a general, huh? The others, are they...
They're fine. The Windholmers are gone.
Oh, thank the Guardians. I heard the fighting earlier. I told Iban it wasn't safe to stay in the town, but he insisted it was fine. So, why are you here? What do you want?
I'm looking for information about Jerfina. The others said you were the last one who saw her.
Oh, yes, I was with her. We were making our way out of the village when some rubble fell on her. I swear, I heard the soldiers chasing us, and there wasn't any time, so I...
You left her behind.
Look, I had to, right? General Noria's soldiers were on our heels, and they would have killed us both if I'd stayed with her. And no, I'm not proud of what I did. I pray every day for the Guardians' forgiveness.
If you're ashamed of what you did, you could have lied. Why tell me the truth?
Why? Because I still have nightmares about that moment. I could see the look on her face. She knew, and yet her eyes were pleading. She was scared. I've prayed to the Guardians every day to take away this burden, and now here you are with your questions. There's no point in running from the truth.
You did what you had to do in the moment to survive. No one can fault you for that.
Can't they? I keep telling myself that it was better this way. She had the blood burn, you know. We all saw what happened to its victims.
So she would have died either way.
Yes. And yet, knowing that doesn't make me feel any better. Why do you want to know about her anyway?
Her brother asked me to find out what happened to her. All he wants is closure.
So that's why he sent that tracker after us. Well, tell him she died a hero. The blood burn, the rubble, he doesn't need to know that. What matters is she saved us.
I'll keep that in mind.
Right. Anyway, I should go find the others. Thanks again for saving us from the Windholmers. Guardians watch over you, General.
Yes? Well, at least the ambassador will get some closure.
Are you going to tell him the full story? Sometimes the truth digs deeper wounds.
I'll think about it.
The journey back to Greykeep is uneventful. At the nightly campfires, you overhear your men discussing the events of your mission. While there is anger and disbelief, there's also something else. Fear. Only 3 years have passed since the last war.
Yes?
Farewell.
Good day, General.
If it isn't the puny paleskin. Yes?
So, about my relic.
What about it? I need spirit essence.
Right, I'll go get some. Here's that spirit essence you...
Splendid! Just give me a moment, and prepare yourself. My wares are known to blow the wearer's minds.
I'm sure I'll be impressed.
No, I'm not speaking metaphorically. Looking at Burgle's fine craftsmanship is known to cause aneurysms in my clients.
How often does that happen?
More often than you think. But, what is life without a touch of risk and adventure? I can craft you different variants, choose which one suits you, and then brace yourself. Here it is, the relic to rule them all. Its magical properties will surely help you dominate anyone on the battlefield. Ah, and take this too. It's a little byproduct from my crafting. With it, you can burn corpses to your heart's content. No oil required.
I don't want to...
Well met. Oh, Sarak's fangs. Wait! If you happen to stumble upon more grudge-bearing spirits, bring me their essence. I might be able to hammer even more power into your trinket.
Okay. Thank you, Burgle. I have to be going.
Yes, yes, do as you please. Now, back to work.
Swords, everything for the wary traveler. A fair offer.
Over here. Stay close.
Looking for potions and scrolls? I'm sure I have just what you need. You know how to bargain, don't you?
What's this?
All right. Time to report to Her Majesty.
Restore Windwall to its former glory. This is worse than I thought.
I don't get it. And the people actually buy into this rubbish?
I am not surprised. King Rorik was never popular. He was a bad ruler, volatile and cruel. It is not half as bad as this Arrakis makes it out to be, but Windhelm did suffer under him. It is only logical to long for a savior after a period of hardship.
We should send an emissary. Maybe we can resolve this through diplomacy.
We tried this while you were gone. The gate guards sent our diplomat right back, and made it very clear that they have no intention of listening to human lies anymore.
Oh, well, that takes care of that. Wherever this priest is, we need to stop him. He's dangerous.
Hold on, General. Windhelm isn't our responsibility. Shouldn't we let the dwarves resolve this matter on their own?
Dreykott was the second time they have attacked Nortander, and it might not be the last. I will think on the matter. Either way, you did well, General. There is one more matter I want you to look into for your proving, and it's of equal importance. Skadar?
Sure, I'll make it short. I believe that the entity Rondar Lakain mistook for Aenir is attempting to re-enter our world.
The God of Light.
You don't sound too surprised.
I had a suspicion. Anyway, please keep going.
Of course. General Erev, have you ever heard of the Tapestry of Souls?
No.
It's a pattern. Every sentient creature has a spark of magic, a flame linked directly to the Archfire, the essence of life. I've noticed a change in this pattern. An irregularity, if you will.
Area. The Circle and the Greykeep scholars have surely researched the God of Light after the Purity, haven't they? What do you know about it?
Very little. It's an entity from a place between realities that will devour a world once it enters it. Also, several religions and myths mention it, especially those from the early days of Io. An ancient god, in other words. There's a promising lead we're currently following, but it's too early to tell yet.
Now you've sparked my interest.
Did you just say a place between realities?
Right. I always forget that so few people know about this.
That's because these other realities hardly affect our own world. People care only as far as their eyes can see. But yes, General, there is more than just our reality. Billions of them, to be precise. Some of them alike, others so alien that our minds couldn't even grasp them. But this is a complicated topic. If you want to know more, we can talk later.
I see. You're well informed about this. How come?
Well, probably because it's my profession. Before I became an exile, I studied the... how should I put it? The ethereal aspects of life. Birth and death, the miracle of consciousness, the nature of reality. There is far more to the world than the eye can see.
That's a lot of ground to cover.
Maybe, but they are all of a similar nature. Phenomena that cannot be grasped by observation alone.
What kind of irregularity did you observe?
Hard to describe. In keeping with the metaphor, if every living being is a flame, then the entirety of life would be millions of lights in darkness. Lately, lights are dying out in a strange pattern. Entire clusters all at once.
Battles, maybe?
In battles, people die one after another. In quick succession, maybe, but not all at once. This isn't the case here. Imagine 50 candles standing next to each other, all smothered by a sudden fist.
What makes you think these vanishings have anything to do with the God of Light?
Well, that's hard to describe to a layman. Roughly put, they are similar to what happened in the Tapestry of Souls when Rondar Lakain opened the tear back in the Purity Wars to let the God of Light into our world. It was like something shifted. But while that shift was like an earthquake back then, these vanishings feel like little tremors.
No offense, but that sounds a bit esoteric.
It's not, though. Back then I felt that shift too. And it's true that something's been off since a couple of months now.
If it eases your skepticism, the mages of the Greyfall University shared a similar concern with us recently. I would not pursue this if I considered it nonsense. Something is happening, and so far, Skadar is the only one with a trail.
Could that catatonic dwarf in Windwall have been a victim of this irregularity? He seemed, well, soulless.
I had the same thought when I saw him, though he did still have bits of his soul left. In other words, it might be related to the matter, or it might not be.
Why didn't you tell us then?
Because it was, and still is, a hypothesis. Also, our mission wasn't to investigate the soul vanishing, rather than to deal with those mad dwarves.
Could the dwarves be behind this soul vanishing? High Hierophant Arrakis?
I doubt it. The only magic dwarves are capable of is earth-shaping. And even if they were able to tamper with the Tapestry of Souls, I don't see what they'd gain from it. That isn't to say that you're wrong, I just don't think it's likely.
Fair enough. Let me summarize. You think the God of Light is planning a return into our world, and it shows through an irregularity in the Tapestry of Souls?
That's correct.
And you're here because you want to stop him?
I took the liberty to assume that's what we all want, so yes. But if you need another incentive to pursue this, I think finding the cause of the vanishings can also help the Crown to put another matter at rest. Tahar's death.
How?
Well, Tahar was killed while investigating rumors of disappearances around small villages, correct? As it happens, I only recently observed another occurrence of this soul vanishing in a village in La, the Dark Elven realm.
You think Tahar's death and these vanishings are connected?
It's a possibility.
Even if there is no connection, Skadar is right. Investigating this threat is in all our interests. General Arev, you and the Wolf Guard will examine this recent case of the soul vanishing in Lar. Try to find out what is behind this, and whether it is indeed connected to the God of Light, or maybe even to Tahar. Wraith Skadar and his mercenaries will accompany you.
Mercenaries?
The Black Company.
Why do you need the Crown's help for this? Why not ask your own people instead?
Because he has been exiled.
Correct. I have abandoned my role in the Exalted Father's realm, and even though I would deal with this threat myself, it exceeds my means. Which is why I came here for help.
I understand.
Good.
Isn't it risky to send the Wolf Guard after another case of disappearances?
Yes, it is. One more reason to stay vigilant.
What if the Purity is behind both, the vanishings and Tahar's death?
It's possible, though I don't see how they would accomplish that. Also, their goal was to bring Aenir into the world, not the God of Light.
Perhaps they worship this new god.
I doubt it, but we'll find out soon enough.
What do we need mercenaries for? The Wolf Guard has troops.
Well, I have reason to believe that this mission will require a specific set of skills which your men don't possess. Dark Elven skills, if you want. And don't worry, as I have a personal interest in seeing this matter resolved, I have already accounted for the expenses, at least for this mission.
It is better this way. Moving a Nortandian battalion into Dark Elven territory would be a political tightrope act. If it's just contractors, well, no one can prove that they are working for us.
What is the Black Company?
Dark Elven ex-military. They are new on the market. But for what it's worth, their leader is an acquaintance of mine, so I know they are reliable.
The village is about a week's journey from here, so you and the company will set out as soon as possible. Go there and find out what happened. This audience is concluded.
General, did you have any luck tracking down those survivors?
I did. They knew your sister.
And? Do they know what happened to her?
She died helping them escape. Even when some of them made it out, she stayed behind to try to help others.
That sounds like her. She really is gone then.
You were hoping she was still alive?
No, well, maybe. You never know until you know, right? I guess that's what hope is sometimes. Wishing when it doesn't make any sense. It's only a delusion if you're wrong. Thank you for this, General. Knowing she saved people, it helps. Please excuse me now. I need some time.
Of course. I'm sorry for your loss.
Thank you. Tiara's light, General.
Keep it up. What do you need? Interesting.
General, I was hoping you'd come by. Do you have time for a chat?
Sure. What is it?
Well, I wanted to apologize. You know, for being so reserved when you first arrived. It's just, I miss Tahar. So damn much.
I can imagine. What was your relationship?
Oh, no. We weren't lovers. Tell me, General. Do you have someone you truly call your friend? Someone who just understands you? Someone who you know will always have your back?
Not really, no.
Then it will probably be hard for you to relate. Especially in the months after the wars. We'd have these long talks. Sometimes over a mug of ale. Sometimes just walking through the keep. Tahar was the first person I felt I could tell anything to. No judgments or assumptions. I think it's rare to find someone you can just, I don't know, trust. But here's the thing, General. Tahar was struggling. Nightmares, hallucinations, panic attacks. The list goes on. I mean, how would you feel if you had to kill your own mother after just finding out she was still alive?
Tahar was traumatized. That's what you're saying, isn't it?
Yes. It wasn't a well-known fact either. Tahar made sure of that. To everyone else, it looked like the Wolfguard had a hero for a leader, but not me. So when news of those disappearances reached us, and the brave hero of the Purity Wars insisted the Wolfguard should investigate, I argued it was a bad idea. It was too rash of a decision. Too risky. And I told Tahar just that. Our last words were in anger. Right here in the Wolf Chamber. And that just breaks my heart.
You can't blame yourself for what happened. You were only trying to help a friend.
Yeah, part of me knows that. Anyway, sorry for the monologue. I guess what I'm trying to say is, if I ever behave like a complicated princess again, then it's probably because I need some more time to process.
I understand.
Hey, can I ask you something, General?
What?
That amulet you're always wearing. What's the story behind it? I might be wrong, but I get the feeling that it's, I don't know, important to you?
Oh, that? Someone gave it to me, back in Imperia.
I see. Sorry, I didn't mean to pry.
That's all right. You can ask me anything.
You're going to regret saying that. I guess I'll see you around, General, won't I? Thanks for the chat. General, what is it?
I'll see you around.
Yep.
Yes? Out of the way.
Let's talk later, shall we?
Hi, what you looking for? Well bargained.
Yes. Nothing new today. Over here.
Yes, yes, come closer. I'm sure I have just what you need. Farewell. The best wares from Kalea to Northander. Good choice.
What do we have here?
Armors and shields. Everything from copper daggers to moon silver swords. Pleasure doing business with you. Come again. I'm getting new wares by the next moon's turn. Come again. May Tiara bless your path.
Yes?
Farewell.
Good day, General.
Yes? Want to trade? A fair offer. Hey, you're an adventurer, aren't you? Come take a look. I'm sure I've got something that might spark your interest.
Light rain falls from an overcast sky as you and the Black Company leave the Greyfell walls behind you. It continues for days. The lands are enfolded in a strange half-light, as though the sun has lost part of its vigor. Still, there's a sense of awakening all around you.
The dream. Something's different this time.
You? Now that's unexpected.
What are you talking about, ma'am?
You've come here 100 times, but your mind was never willing to let you pass this point. Yet here you are, and something about you is different. What is it, I wonder? Did you finally stop trying to outrun your shadow?
I have no idea what you're talking about. Now can we stop this folly and continue on to your village? The Dawn Reapers won't wait for us.
As you command, General. Where were we? Right. You and I were on our way to meet your Colonel Rickus in Cavil and organize the village defenses. To avoid the roaming orcs that you ordered my son, Kieran, to deal with, we took a secret path. Go ahead, General. Step through.
This way.